Hi everyone, I'm Javier Tello, and I'm here tonight with my wife, my daughter, and my sister-in-law. And this video is for the Albord private school company that I will share this presentation. So, tonight I want to talk about the effective online teaching in the midst of the global pandemic. But first, something about me that happened to me a year ago. When I became a first-time dad, and having my beautiful princess girl make me realize how blessed I'm in my life. And after months after she was born, we obtained this opportunity to have online class for her to develop her motor skills, and it was a great chance. It was a great opportunity, and at that time I thought, what will be the future of education, especially for my daughter and for all the children around the world? So something that the World Health Organization said about the COVID-19 effects is that children are affected by physical distancing, quarantines, and nationwide school closures. And some children and young people may be feeling more isolated, anxious, bored, and uncertain. And they may feel fear and grief over the impact of the virus on their families. And especially because the school closed, children are very affected. And because they were accustomed to participate in class, to meet their teacher, their classmate, and have these fun activities. But that ended because of the COVID-19 virus. And now they need a computer, internet access, and the necessary tools to be engaged in a learning virtual process. Something that the National Institute Organization of the Statistics mentioned is that in Peru, this year, 94.12% of children are taking the online classes, and 50% of the students are leaving the school because they struggle with the online learning. And that 50% could be your school, your company. I want to tell you about the story of my nephew Mateo. He's 8 years old and he lives in Cajamarca, in another city. And his parents, because of the global pandemic, they took the decision to transfer him to a low-payment private school. And he was so excited, and even he got a new computer. And he was excited about meeting his new teacher, his new classmate. But time passed, day passed, and he realized that it wasn't the experience he expected, because it was too much lecture, and the teacher were focused to cover all the material lesson, and it was bored, it was frustrated for him, and it really that frustration his parents noticed, and they also felt frustrated because it wasn't the impact of the education in his child. So that was terrible. And that happened with many children, because they're affected because of the lack of creativity, the lack of participation during the classes. Many teachers don't know how to adapt what they were doing in the school to an online classroom. So how can we improve that? How can we help these children that are feeling frustrated and bored into children that really enjoy the online experience, because it has its positive things, this kind of learning? So I want to share with you some ideas, and a principle that I think is very important and could be the base of the online teaching is that the right planning brings the right adaptation. If a teacher prepares well, he will have a better adaptation from his preparation to the classroom. And that leads to these great ideas that I shared with you. For example, teachers, if they're using the Zoom program, they need to have this access to video all the time as possible, because in that way their students can see the face of their teacher. The teachers can make the learning as a priority, not just focus on covering lessons materials. It's important, but it's not enough. Teachers must allow the students to drive their own research to share in class. For example, in a biology class, if they are studying the plants, children can be asked to bring a plant from the garden or from everywhere in the house, and they can share with the class curious things that they look at the plant and make some research. They have internet access, so they can make research, they can find interesting data and share it with the classmates. That's fun. Also, teachers must allow students to be engaged by smart questions, not just the basic question like what is the result of 3 plus 3. They need to help students to think deeply and to use the internet to access some more information. Teachers can have the students sharing something from their homes. They can have a little of creativity, they can wear costumes, they can show pictures, they can use tools that they have in their homes. Also, teachers in their presentations, they can use less words, less phrases, less sentences, and more pictures, more colors, because they're children and colors makes them happy, makes them more interesting. Also, teachers can begin a class with a fun activity that can help to be more awake during the class. Teachers can use the tool in Zoom to break out rooms and put it with some 2 or 3 classmates to work together. Also, teachers can encourage multimedia creativity assignments. Like, there is a lot of apps that are going viral. For example, TikTok. And TikTok is a necessary tool for those who want to show something. And teachers can use that to their process learning by allowing them to make some videos about showing facts, and that can be a great experience for them. So it's important that teachers can consider, and your school consider, these tools that will make the online learning more fun and with more participation from the students. It's not enough that teachers cover the lesson materials. Back to the story of my nephew Mateo. After that frustrated experience, because it became frustrating, his parents make an extra effort to put it back again and to the higher payment private school. And that school was able to adapt all of the things that they were doing to the online teaching. For example, in a history class, they allow Mateo to get dressed of a historical personage and talk about some interesting facts about that historical personage. And that was really fun and allowed Mateo to be more engaged in the classroom, not just to study from the books. It was part of that history, part of the process learning. Also, they make some fun ideas. So he was engaged, really engaged in learning with their classmates. And even they allowed him to have this recycle project in which he was able to share in a video he uploaded in YouTube to all the children and share ways they can recycle. So these are examples of the things that teacher can allow students, allow them to participate, allow them to be more creative in this learning process. In that way, parents will be more happier, they will be more satisfied with the service that you are providing, and also it will be a great opportunity for the school to reach other players, other students, other people. Learning, the process of online learning is so important that children are always focused on what else I can do to help my teacher to improve their class. But teachers, please focus on the students, not just in covering lessons. In that way, the online learning process, it will be more fun, and you also will enjoy the experience. Thank you very much.